Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to begin our commencement ceremony by recognizing the alumni of our university who join us today. Would all Sacramento State alumni please stand and remain standing? Will the remainder of the audience please stand for the singing of the alma mater, All Hail, and our national anthem performed today by Sacramento State student Taylor Haynes and accompanied by the Sacramento State Fine Arts Brass Ensemble. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. For say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Lorenzo M. Smith, Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science.
Thank you, Chief Marshal Surin. This is an important day for graduates, their families, and friends. I ask that, while celebrating, everyone observe the appropriate decorum and show respect to fellow graduates and members of the audience. Please turn off your cell phones and remain in your seats until all students have been recognized. Let us make this a special day for everyone. Well, you did it. Congratulations. You know, my guess is that there's an incredible amount of joy, peace, relief, fulfillment in your heart And I think that's coming from a number of different places. One might be that sense of accomplishment. You think about all those grueling exams, final exams you just went through, senior project, all those long nights, a sense of accomplishment. That is a legitimate reason to be excited about this day. Others, perhaps someone in this, one of the students, graduates here, someone may have said, I don't know if engineering, computer science, construction management is for you. I'm not sure you can do it. You had something to prove. You're here. That might be some of you. And if that is you, congratulations. Again, a great source of peace, enjoyment, fulfillment. Some of you are thinking, you know what, it's time to get paid, right? You worked hard, no more internships. It's time to really get what you deserve. Pay off some of your bills, help some other people. That's legitimate. But you know, there might be something that's missing when you think about that source of joy. Where is that really coming from? Think about, for example, how you might handle your younger brother or sister. Perhaps after a long day of school, you might even have an exam the next day. But your younger brother or sister came to you and said, you know what, I need some help. You wouldn't hesitate to help them, would you? Why is that? Because you care and it feels good to give, in spite of the fact that it's taken something out of you. How will you help others through your career? That's something to think about. How are you going to help others through your career? Now, one of the best examples I can think of is the faculty behind me. There's some faculty on the floor, there's staff over there. These people in our college are some of the best examples of how they are using their career to help other people. I remember when I was a professor, students would ask me, I'd like a letter of recommendation. Do you guys have any idea how many letters of recommendations these professors have to write? In spite of the fact that they've given everything to you in the classroom, they're wonderful examples. Think about how you would, for example, help others. Student organizations, wonderful example of giving. How are you going to use your career to help other people? That's my question for you. That's what you need to think about today. How will you use your career, the next chapter in your life, to help other people? Now, I've used this story before, but I think it's appropriate to tell you again. This was several years ago. There was a young man and young lady. They were married, and they had their very first child. And this child came early, 1 pound, 13 ounces. Very, very small child. And in the hospital room, when the child came out, the nurse told the man, you know, I think you should spend some time with your son. And the man knew exactly what she was talking about. She said, your wife will be fine. Go into the other room in the incubator and spend some time with your son. And so the man went to this other room, and he saw this tiny little body, his son, chest heaving up and down, struggling for life. It turns out that little child was brought to a different medical facility, put in an incubator, and the child survived. The child did very well. The child is now 16 years old. The child is my son. And my message to you is that that's the sort of impact that you have in your career. What you want to think about is, how will my career touch people's lives? I am so thankful to the electrical engineers who invested time, perhaps worked late nights to make sure that all of the circuitry was working well, designed perfectly, so that my son could live. I'm so thankful for the mechanical engineers who made sure that everything was manufactured just the right way, so that that incubator worked reliably, so that my son can live. Do you understand the impact? Do you understand the gravity of what's happening? As you move to your next chapter of your life, you need to make that connection. How are you going to use your career to touch people's lives? People go over and beyond. And you might be thinking, wait, but you know what? I might fail. As I go into my career, as I work extra hard to go above and beyond, to give, I might fail. And what's your point? I fail a lot, right? That's part of the process. Well, you know, I just don't, I think maybe in 2 or 3 years, that's when I'm going to make that change. I need to get my feet on the ground for my first job, right? I'll do it in a couple years. A couple years is not guaranteed to anyone. I remember when I was your age, I thought that was the case, but it's not the case. I might not be here in a couple years. You might not either. Savor the moment right now. Make the most out of it. How are you going to make your career help other people? That is the secret to fulfillment. At the beginning, when I started talking to you, I mentioned a sense of accomplishment. I mentioned getting paid. That's great. But at the end of the day, at the very end of the day of your career, when you look back, how much money you made, that's not going to be your sense of that's not going to be your source of joy. Your source of joy is going to be finding that connection, that computer program that you're writing, that bridge that you're designing, whatever it might be. How does that touch other people? How does that help save lives? If you can make that connection, graduates, you will have a very fulfilling and joyful career. How will you use your career to make lives better for other people? You are going to write that chapter. I can't tell you what that answer is. So I just want to congratulate you. Congratulations on taking that next step as you seek the answer to how you're going to use your career to help other people. Congratulations. I now have the privilege of introducing the individual seated on the platform. To my left, President of California State University, Sacramento, Robert S. Nelson. California State University Trustee, Rebecca Eisen. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Frederica Freka Harmsen. Vice President for Administration and Business Affairs, Mike Lee. Vice President for Student Affairs, Ed Mills. Vice President and Chief Information Officer, Larry Gilbert. Vice President for Human Resources, Christine Lovely. Vice President for Public Affairs and Advocacy, Phil Garcia. Dean of the University Library, Amy Kautzman. To my right, Chief Marshal Delane Sarin. Interim Associate Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, Kayvan Shafizadeh. Professor Warren Smith, Reader, Professor, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Professor Pritham Kumar, Reader, Professor, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. And then to my left, Alumni Association Representative, Bruce Hohenhaus. Also, I'd like to introduce Professor Ben Fell, Chair, Civil Engineering. Professor Sui Zhang, Chair, Computer Science. Professor Mikhail Anderson, Chair, Construction Management. Professor Thomas Matthews, Chair, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Professor Nikruz Farugi, Coordinator, Computer Engineering. and Professor Susan Hall, Chair, Mechanical Engineering. And of course, the faculty and staff. We have staff sitting over here, faculty members, we have faculty behind me. Thank you for all that you do. It means so much. Let's give them a hand. I would now like to invite California State University trustee Rebecca Eisen to the podium.
Thank you. I was going to begin very simply by saying good afternoon, but I realize that is totally not enough. It is truly a great afternoon for all of you and your families and for all of us on the podium. I am here representing the Board of Trustees of the California State University System. And that board, some of whom you know, maybe you know your neighbor, Governor Jerry Brown, he's on our board. They all asked me to convey to you our deep and sincere congratulations on your efforts and our pride in your tremendous accomplishments. You know, you're students at Sacramento State, and you probably realize that Sacramento State is one of the gems in our 23-campus California State University system. The CSU is the biggest university system in America, and that is the family that you are going to be joining today with your degrees. It is so big that it is obviously a tremendously influential institution, partly because of its size, but partly because of its great mission, which Sacramento State just embodies to the fullest. You're going to join an alumni group when you get your degree today of over 3 million people. The chancellor told me that of all the bachelor's and master's degrees held in America, 1 out of every 20 came from a California State University. That is an impressive figure. Even you engineers will appreciate that. So you're joining an amazing group. I myself am one of the 3 million alums of a California State University. Although I do believe it was something like 3 million years ago that I got that degree. But I know from that experience and from my experience on the Board of Trustees that it is an extraordinarily valuable degree that you are receiving. It is going to help you in your work life, that's a given. But it's also going to help you make contributions to your community. And as you make those contributions to your community, you make them to the world. You will make a difference because of this degree. I don't know if it's because I have a master's from a CSU in English, but it made me start thinking about the word that you've heard so many times today, congratulations. What is the origin of that word? And I don't have any expertise in this, but it sounds like it means with gratitude. And I think that may be the origin of it, and I want to say to you, with gratitude, thank you for making us, your families, so proud today. Congratulations.
Thank you, Trustee Eisen. I would now like to invite Bruce Hohenhaus, a graduate of the class of 1976 and a representative of the Alumni Association, to the podium.
And I have no clue what congratulations means. Hello, graduates. It's on behalf of the Sacramento State Alumni Association, I'm extremely proud to offer my congratulations on your graduation. Today, you're joining a proud and prestigious family of over 224,000 Sacramento State alumni. Our graduates are succeeding in communities around Sacramento and around the world. They are problem solvers, entrepreneurs, creative thinkers, and innovative leaders. this building, Sleep Train Arena, Dale Carlson, Sac State grad. Tom Hanks he's a life member of the Alumni Association, but I don't know him, so that's not, if you join, I can't get you an audience with Tom, I'm sorry. During my career as a volunteer, I've seen the success of our alumni firsthand. I've watched them grow and excel in their professional and service endeavors. So I have no doubt that you all have bright futures ahead. One of the electrical engineering graduates, Eric Guerra, he's a city councilman for Sacramento, and he's also president of the Alumni Association, so there are better things ahead. As those futures unfold, I hope that you will continue to be active members of the Hornet family for life. The Alumni Association stands ready to help you stay connected, get involved, and network with your fellow alumni. Whether you'd like to visit the campus, attend an event, access the alumni directory as you pursue your first job or another job, or simply want to connect with the alumni and the associations, you can join on the social media networks. The Alumni Association encourages you to maintain your Hornet roots and be proud of your connection to Sacramento State. So on behalf of the Alumni Association, I encourage you to live your dreams, explore, and change the world. Congratulations, class of 2015. It is now my privilege to introduce President of Sacramento State, Dr. Robert S. Nelson.
Thank you, Bruce. We are a Hornet family. 30,488 Hornet attend Sacramento State. The largest class ever. 1,623 faculty teach those 30,488 students. 1,609 staff work to serve the students and the faculty. When you have a family as large as our Hornet family, great things happen. There are great gains, but with a family this large, there's also losses. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment of silence while I read the names of the 9 students, 8 faculty, and 4 staff who were lost in the last year. Students: Omar Char, Cristobal Corona, Ashley Jenkins, Carla Melancon Hunt, Kenny Wynn, Cesar Padilla, Jesus Soto, Andrea Uvales, Maritza Vargas. Faculty: Paul Aikman, Marielle Brandt, William Bynum, Leo Dabagavian, Bill Edwards, Abe Lowe, Lester Luther, Peter Shattuck. Staff: Richard Greenhow, James Jones, Jeffrey Law, James Wardrop. They will all be missed. Thank you for letting us remember them, these important members of the Hornet family. And with that, I want to turn to joy and to happiness. Happiness in this Hornet family that is here today. It is a joy to look out and see you and know that you've accomplished this great task. You're about to become alumni. Do you realize that this week, these 2 days, we are going to graduate 3,578 students? 3,578 Hornets. That's worth applause. It's a tremendous day for you students, a wonderful day. But it's even a more wonderful day for your parents, your mothers, your fathers, for your spouses, your partners, for your grandparents, los abuelos y las abuelitas, for the elders, for everyone that is out there, for your children. It is a magnificent day for them, for Sacramento, for the Northern California, for the state of California. We began by asking all of the alumni to stand, and you saw how many stood. 1 in 20 people living in this region is a Hornet. 1 in 20 graduated from Sacramento State. That's a marvelous number, and they are strong and they are powerful. Our alumni are making a difference in the city, and they will continue to do so, and so will you. As you just heard, we have graduated from Sacramento State 224,383 students. Think about the impact that that will have. Sacramento State is the capital's university. It is the heart and it is the core of this city, this region, and this state. As our mission statement says, as California's capital university, we transform lives by preparing students for leadership, success, and service. The lives that we are transforming are extremely diverse. They're diverse ethnically, and they are diverse economically. In diversity, there is strength. I am extremely proud that Sacramento State is the 7th most diverse university west of the Mississippi. And even though it's going to sound a little strange, I am proud to say and to tell you that 51.3% of our students are considered low-income students. Now you've got to wonder, why would he be proud to say 51% are low-income students? Because you're going to graduate and you will never have the word low income associated with you ever again, because you will change. You're going to make $1 million more than if you hadn't graduated. You may lose some of it on the way, but you're going to be able to be there and lift up your families and your own children and their lives. Yes, Sacramento State and Sacramento State's faculty and staff are transforming lives. But graduates, starting today, you will be transforming California and our nation, especially you engineers and computer sciences. You will be making the future. You are the millennial learners, the digital learners, the ones who are going to make a tremendous difference. But you must remember, and I say you must remember, that you must give back. I'm incredibly proud of our student government of ASI. They established a food pantry for our students, and 90 students use that food pantry every week. Student government knows to give back. 69 of our students at Sac State are known as guardian scholars. That means they've been in foster families. Being in a foster family is not an easy life. I want to tell you about one of our students, Stephanie Isinga. Stephanie is just getting ready to graduate now. She has been in 4 foster homes. And about 3 weeks ago, she was called in to see her parents. And she thought they were going to do what had happened in the other 3 homes. They were going to say, Stephanie, you just can't cut it. You aren't good enough. You haven't got a job and you're getting ready to graduate. You can't live with us anymore. You got to go out on your own. But do you know what happened instead? They pulled out their will. And in their will, there was Stephanie's name. And now, she was on the Today Show just last Thursday. And now, at age 23, they are adopting her. That's one of our students. That is a hornet. And I want to tell you about another of our students, Nayeli Parra. She came to the States undocumented. She came to her first class cold, without a coat. And what happened? The students bought her a coat. And the professor of that drawing class, he got her an apartment. And the faculty, they got her and her sister clothes and furniture. And Dale Carlson of Sleep Train Arena here, our alumni, he got her a bed. And at 8:30 tomorrow morning, she graduates with her documents, all because of the kindness of Sac State, because of the kindness of you, our students. I applaud you. Yes, Sac State is changing lives. I'll prove it right now. Every one of you who is the first one to graduate in your family, please stand up. The first one to get a degree. Do you see what I mean about changing the world? Would everyone who is a veteran who is graduating today please stand up and be recognized? Would everyone who is a veteran in the audience please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. No one graduates from college or gets a master's degree without the help of others. Sure, you may have felt alone when you're studying in the library, or when you're writing a paper, or when you're working on a program, but you were never alone. Your parents, your partners, your spouses, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your children, they were always there for you, and so were your friends. Many of them had to make great sacrifices so you could go to college. I know of one student who will be graduating this year, whose parents are working in the fields, and when he graduates, they're going to retire from the fields, but they did it for him because they care. Would the parents, the mothers and fathers, please rise so that we can celebrate you? And thank you. And the parents can't do it alone. Will the grandparents, the grandmothers and grandfathers, please rise so that we may celebrate you as well? Some of you had some extra help. Some of you had someone there alongside you, putting hubby through, or putting my wife through college. Will the parents, will the spouses, the wives and husbands and partners please stand so that we can say thank you for your sacrifices. Finally, we need to celebrate those who made the biggest sacrifices. Those who went to bed sometimes at night while you were studying without a bedtime story. Those who went to bed sometimes without the kiss and didn't get the kiss until late because you had a project to work on. Would the sons and daughters of our graduates please rise? As I said, the mission of Sacramento State is to transform lives. We are doing so. Sacramento State is transforming my life, I know that. And we are transforming you, and we're transforming our community. We, the Hornets, did over 2 million hours in service this last year. 2 million hours in service in making a difference out there. For 5 years in a row, we have been on the President's Honor Roll for community engagement. We care deeply about this community. And I thank you for everything that you've done as you've engaged with this community. I have 4 final requests. Please stay engaged with the community. Help others the way we helped Nayali. Help the homeless. Be there for those who are sad. Reach out and make a difference. Be involved. 2, don't be a stranger. Come back and visit us. Stay involved with Sacramento State. Remember that you will always be a Hornet and part of the Hornet family. 3, dream. Dream big. There are no boundaries. There is nothing that you cannot do. There is nothing that you cannot make. There is no problem that you cannot solve. Dream big. 4, continue to learn. Be a student of the world. Ask questions. Challenge others. Be a proud Hornet forever. I can't end this address without thanking a group of people that are especially important. They have prodded you. They have made you work hard. You have got mad at them a lot of times. And you know I'm talking about the faculty. And they just kept asking more and more of you. But look to where they got you. They got you in these funny robes today. They helped you to graduate and be successful. Faculty, please rise so that we can salute you. Thank you, faculty, for your high standards, for the quality education that you have provided, and for caring and loving our students so much. Today is a great day. You heard that. It's a proud day, a day which we will always remember. Today, graduates, today, because of the faculty, you truly are made at Sac State. And those of you that have got to know me know that I cannot end this without Sac State is number one, Stingers up. Let's do it together, okay?
Sac State is number one! Stingers up!
President Nelson, thank you for those words of encouragement and motivation. Each year, the university bestows scholastic honors upon those undergraduate candidates whose academic excellence has consistently been recognized by the faculty. We have designated in our program those candidates who have received special recognition for high scholastic achievement. May I now present them to you. Will the undergraduates graduating cum laude with a grade point average between 3.50 and 3.74 please stand? Thank you. Be seated. Will the undergraduates graduating magna cum laude with a grade point average between 3.75 and 3.89 please stand? Thank you. The third group of undergraduates is graduating summa cum laude. This means highest praise in Latin. It is reserved for students with the very highest grades, those who have a grade point average between 3.90 and 4.0. Will the undergraduates graduating summa cum laude please stand? Thank you. Each year, several National Scholastic Honor Societies invite for membership those undergraduate students on this campus who have displayed exceptional academic ability throughout their studies. Will the undergraduates selected for membership in an honor society please stand? Thank you. To all these students, thank you so much. At this point, we move to the part of the program that officially recognizes the master's degree recipients. As master's candidates enter the arena this afternoon, you may have noticed that they wear an extra piece of regalia. This is the master's hood and is a part of the academic regalia. The academic costume is important to us, for it signifies membership in the academy, the community of scholars. Master's degree holders wear a mortarboard, a black gown with oblong sleeves open at the wrist, and the hood. It is the hood that tells the story. The hood symbolizes much hard work. It also confers special status. While there are no areas of study ever truly conquered, master's candidates, you have reached a level of mastery that makes you a member of the academic community. We welcome you and hope that your hood brings you great pride. Congratulations. Master's degree candidates, please rise. Faculty Marshal, please escort the master's degree candidates to the stage for presentation. President Nelson, will you please join me to greet the candidates?
Alex Takahashi. R.K. Ravuri. Javier Fernandez. Tao Chow. Blake Dolby. Kit Spickman. Adam Lau. Stephanie Palmer. Ryan Hart. Efrain Garces. Joe Olivares. David Yang. Chris McNanny. Zed Geskes. Nishani Somnath. Sandeep Kumar. Deepak Tiwari. Resham Jain. Nisha Fahim. Deepika Mahalingam. Sindhu Balaraju. Nikita Thota. Snehal Sakare. Shivangi Thakur. Kalendi Mehta. Sri Priya Shekhar. Srilata Buyana Pragada. Vishma Shah, Ruchi Gupta, Vinita Bhagbole, Vazma Baramand, Nadira Islam, Jacob Please, Shen Gong, Bingji Wang, Ben King Eng, Srikant Reddy Padi Reddy, Venkata Ravichandra Madali, Jaya Mukherjee, Lydia Palma, Shannon Owens, Enrique Sandoval Correa, Hugo Alberto Sanchez Santos, Roberto Rosales,
And now, graduates of computer science. Daryl Nixon, Bradley Dyer, David Dallasay, Ashley Gregory, David Grapentine, Adam Pola, Mohammed Khan, Glenn DeMarcos, Bill Yee, Sai Srini, Sundeep Kaur, John Jones, Jason Lindsley, Min Cook Kun, Adam Rigsby, John Hill, Jacob Zander, Ivan Mihoff, Andreas Buff, Javier Garrido, Nati Tasema, Abenazar Kebede, Ariana Keith, Samantha Arkiga, Jack Tam Wang. Natasha Mejia. Augustine Antwi. Gabriel Thompson. Eric Willardson. Valzim Savanok. Stephen McKinnon. Katrina Lee. Christopher Talanon. Anthony Nguyen. Samson Chua. And now, computer engineering. Robert Wertman. Jeff Moffett. Aaron Blancafleur. Ray Nelson Milanis. Jasdeep Upal. Gustavo Uturiaga Jr. Michael Tang. Julian Negrete. Joel Barrera. Meng Jiang. Alan John Poniente. Padraig Haggerty. Andre Julian. Greg Christ. Sean Kennedy. Dieter Vaca Oropeza. Navdeep Dillon. Adam Stillman. And now, electrical and electronic engineering. Brad James. Roman Dolinsky. David Anderson. Bogdan Svityashchuk. Brandon Davis. Alex Yoshikawa. Jeffrey Carl. Dominique Vasquez. Arslan Ibrahim. Jonathan Balbuena. Anthony Fang. Jose Munoz Rodriguez. Very good. Alvin Vang. Afshin Sahand. Angelo Gonzalez. Darren Jung. George Medina, Jr. Mike Vire. Suraj Khatri Chetri. And now, civil engineering. Hatham Das. Jaime or Jamie? Jamie Johnson. Jennifer Green. Dmitry Kulak. Kyle Gerhardt. Macedo. Ferdinand G. Macedo. Avnit Singh. Jonathan Medina. Jonathan Cummings. Michael Capilti. Daniel Seychow. Tiana Nelson. Matthew Rosatelli. Matthew Holman Gonzalez. Haley Kwan. Austin Allen. Sahand Rastigarpur. Yao Wang. Via Somo. Hannah Eddington. Milagros Avila. Homero Belmont. Joseph Quilatan. Juan Delgado. Keith Hill. Ryan Huck. Christy Stromgren. Angie Polanco. Gina Zambernardi. Ketty Dixina Avila. Cecilia Moratis Rico. Eduardo Villapanlo. Andres Garcia. Jaime Malagon. Oscar Ochoa. Emilio Tovar. Ashdeep Dhaliwal. Gregory Ventura. Lucanus Castaña. Edward Muzichuk. Spencer Lee. Ahmed Same Dadoli. Bilal Salah. Rayan Dadoli. Joshua Lee. Ji Fung. Jonathan Ho. Irvin Guzman. And now construction management. John Peace. Eric Castillon. Edgar Robles. And now mechanical engineering. Lorenzo Monteon. Christopher Pelly. Christopher Hessing. Artem Good. Chase Mandeville. Osman Chim Virgran. Ricardo Martinez. David Minnick. Elliot Bogart. Elizabeth Fritz. Nathaniel Young. Anthony Amoroso. Jordan Reza. Matthew Scribner. Brandon Becker. Jeremy Kong. Javier Alvarado. Sabrina Pilipovich. Close enough. Benjamin Thomas Heldorfer. Charles Hauk. Sin Su. Sergio Garcia. Mitchell Dane Clough. Jason Hall. Jeremy Steinmiller. Aidan Okoa. Freddie Benitez. Kevin Dang. Edgar Rodriguez. Shanold Fang. David Wynn. Ronnie Kabanayan. Dominic Felipe Gutierrez. Roberto Enrique Chacon Montanez. Jacob Hall. Brandon Hunter. Jacob Broche. Andrew Nguyen. Ty Nguyen. Christopher Estaris. Christine Lynch. John Steele. Udeline Aguto. Elizabeth Schneider. Adele Sainz. Lillian Jasmine Ruiz. Riello Rodriguez Sanchez. Min Nguyen Tran. Tyler Seitz. Eden Morgan. Daniel Sanchez. Stephen Jones. Christopher Bump. Joshua Rismon. Felix Rodriguez Ortiz III. Edgar Jimenez Ramirez. Hasib Habibi. Randall Gustafson. Matthew Brunstein. Michael Edwards. John Pulaski. Raymond Sue Young. Damon Alex Lamb. Daniel Robert Freeman. Mihov? Alexander Mihov. Cole Seitz. Catherine Gonzalez.
Here we go. Congratulations. President Nelson, will you please join me at the podium? Mr. President, as Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, it is my privilege to present these students who are assembled before you as candidates for the degrees under the requirement prescribed by the trustees of the California State University. These candidates are recognized by the faculty for their academic accomplishments and are recommended to receive their appropriate degrees. Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise and remain standing until the degrees are conferred? Candidates for the bachelor's degrees, please rise and remain standing until the degrees are conferred.
Thank you, Dean. Trustee Eisen, this is the best part of my job. Thank you. Candidates for the master's degree and bachelor's degrees, you have heard the recommendation of the Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon each of you who have satisfied the requirements the appropriate master's and bachelor's degrees with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereunto. Congratulations, alumni. You can be seated. Graduation ceremonies are filled with traditions. We wear ancient robes that were meant to keep scholars warm in cold rock buildings. We march behind a mace that led people into war. We wear funny hats that our graduates make even funnier. Actually, these traditions mean something. Education is sacred. Education is the great equalizer. No one will ever be able to take away your education. You may lose that $1 million that I talked about, but no one will ever be able to take away your education. It will always be there. There's one last tradition before we end today, and that is moving the tassel from the right to the left. Don't do it yet, don't do it yet. Wait, wait, wait. I have one last teaching moment. Why would we move the tassel to the left? What's on the left? Our heart. When you move it, you are putting Sacramento State, Sac State, the Hornets, into your heart. Please move that tassel. Congratulations, class of 2015. I wish to thank all of the platform party for being here, the faculty. More than anything, I wish to thank the staff who have put on today, the band who has come, Taylor who came to sing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this a great day. There's one last element. The platform party will now leave, And you, the students, will get to walk out with the faculty who care so much about you. You'll be able to walk out and meet your families and greet them and celebrate. Stingers up!